Well, you've probably seen an egg cook on a sidewalk, haven't you? But have you ever seen a street light melt? One Stillwater, Oklahoma TV station thought they had also, and climate change activists immediately latched onto the photo as global warming proof, going as far as taunting global warming skeptic Senator James Inhofe with the picture on Twitter. Just one small problem, though. An NBC affiliate station in the area says the melting was actually caused by a dumpster fire, which leaves the senator with the last laugh. Senator Inhofe, okay, so I'm looking at these pictures. They're pretty dramatic pictures. Melting street lamps, but I notice they're only melting on one side towards the street, right?
Well, that's right, Eric, and you have to wonder who set that fire below there before they took the picture. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? And I guess it was the Think Progress. It's a pretty left-wing group. They made the big issue, and they said, Bill McKibben said, I'm reading it now, Senator Inhofe, God may be trying to get your attention. Check out this picture. Then we found out it's because they lighted a fire under it.
Yeah, sir, they brought God into the equation, did they?
They did. Well, you know, you haven't heard the term global warming in 3 years until all of a sudden we have a hot summer, and they had a hearing, and Barbara Boxer had a hearing in the Senate. Now everybody's talking about, in fact, we've had several discussions just last week on the floor on this. There's one thing that the scientists all agree on, and that is you can't take one or two or a cluster of weather events and say it's anthropogenic warming or global warming. So it's a nice try, though.
So, Senator, you know, every time there's a big snowstorm here in New York, it's cold, it's December, big snowstorm, I take a copy of Inconvenient Truth and Al Gore's book, and I tongue-in-cheek throw it into the snow, and I videotape it, and I say, see, there's no global warming, and Think Progress and the left, their heads explode, they go crazy. But they use the same theory, the same logic when it's warm out. What gives?
Well, actually, what they said 2 winters ago is very, very cold. That's when we had the famous igloo. My grandkids had
I remember
built.
that.
We talked about that. And they were saying at that time that, oh, of course, this has nothing to do with global warming. We know that weather and climate are two different things. Then all of a sudden we have a hot summer, and they change their minds.
Senator John Kerry, Senator Kerry, he equated global warming to be as dangerous as Syria or Ahmadinejad in Iran developing nuclear weapons. What say you?
Isn't that just amazing? Keep in mind it was John Kerry, and along with Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, and several others, went to the Copenhagen event, and they were telling everyone that we were going to pass the cap and trade over here. Remember, I had to go over and be the one-man truth squad. Well, they come up with more and more hysterical things like you just mentioned, and I really think the credibility is gone. The polling showing that. And country, look at the overregulation. You talk to any manufacturer and they'll tell you that's one thing. And the second thing is the uncertainty as to whether or not we're going to have the energy with the war on the
right.
Obama war on fossil fuels to manufacture.
Senator, I got to leave it there. Senator Jim Inhofe, thank you very much, sir. Enjoy your warm weekend in Oklahoma.